Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to CAT Ninjas. So let's have another gripping session on DILR from the CAT perspective and definitely from various other management entrance tests like that and IIFT kind of perspective. Let's have another good day, another good learning. Welcome to the lecture. Welcome. So as usual, every day at 2, we continue to do our DILR and every day at 10 in the night. So we are doing the quant, some of the important and impactful concepts from quant is what we are doing as a part of this CAT Ninjas program. Fair enough. Welcome all of you. Welcome all of you. I hope my audio is clear. You are able to hear me. Just to give me some quick confirmation on this. So let's get started. Give me a quick indication that all is well. We are good to start. Great, great, great. Stuti is here. All right. Keval is here. Great. Okay. Perfect then. All right, so it sounds good. It's all good. It appears to be all good. Let's get started. Let's get started. Here we go. As usual, let me start with my quick introduction just in case anybody is joining today in some time. So I will start off with the quick introduction. So I have worked with various test prep industries since 2007. That's about 14 years now, and in various capacities. And I have developed expertise in training students on QA, DI, and LR, and consistently I too scored 99 plus percentile in CAT whenever I took CAT in between, right? So and if you want to be counseled by me, which means you want to interact with me, probably you can ping me on this particular Telegram group. You can ping me and I will take you through some of the concerns that you have. So that's little bit of a background on this. So coming to this, as I keep telling you beforehand, what we do is the first few minutes are very important for us. I will give you about 3 minutes time. Take about these 3 minutes. So in these 3 minutes, in this 3 minutes time, so what I want you to do is, so I project a set, read it. There's a CAT kind of set, CAT sets. I project a set, read it for about, read and understand. Also try to retain. All right, two things you do: comprehend, try to understand it, comprehend. At the same time, try and retain the information as well. It's important. Only if you can retain, you can work faster. Let it be it quant, be it LRDI, be it RC, especially RCs and the LRDIs. So if you retain certain amount of information, it becomes much more faster to deal with it. Number two, at the same time, take a look at the questions as well, because questions always tell us author's expectation. It's good to have a practice of looking at the questions before you kind of organize the data or go through the data. So as you go to the questions, it may be very difficult at this point in time, but then carry the orientation that some questions can be easy, some questions can be of medium level difficulty, some questions can be difficult. Sure, classification could be a challenge at this point in time, because unless we understand, develop such understanding about the DILR, the familiarity with it, so you might not be able to classify the things. Classification of things come definitely with some practice. Sure, but then carrying that orientation, there is nothing wrong about it. Try hard and try and see that can you classify which can be easy out here, which can be medium out here, which can be little difficult out here. What I meant is the thing that is easy could be you just do about 30% of the organizing of the thoughts. The moment you organize 30% of the thoughts or 25% of the thoughts, you will get the question, right? What is the medium level difficulty? Somewhere we organize about 60% of the thoughts, you will start getting the answers, right? What is the difficult one? You got to organize the entire 100% of the thoughts to get it, something like that, right? So that's a ballpark figure, right? So Sati, that's something like that you got to kind of keep it in mind. All right, yeah. So these are the two things I want to primarily keep it in mind as we go along in these 3 or 4 minutes. Just let me know, because those who are following, 3 minutes is a good time, or do you want 4 minutes? Are you able to complete reading and a little bit of understanding, a little bit of thinking in about 3 minutes time, or should we extend by 1 minute? Kushagra also joined. Kushagra, you can also, if you've been following, anybody following regularly here, 3 minutes is good. No, no, just generally you tell me. We know already, we have done some of the CAT sets behind. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. All right. Let's stick to the 3 minutes. If required, then we will see. All right. In that case, we will go with the 3 minute strategy. But if you are taking it offline at later stage in time, what I suggest you to do is put that set, think about it for 5-10 minutes. In the sense, when you guys sit and try to do that set, don't train your mind for a help immediately. That's also a wrong habit. So look, all these are the trainings, right? So you have to create that endurance in the mind, the battle, create fighting out with the set in the battle, right? Because despite all our preparation, we might end up getting a newer type of set, but we need to be prepared, right? Newer circumstances come in life, just like COVID. Who expected it, right? It came, right? It came, but then we fought it out. It's not that okay, some people succumbed, but we are fighting it out as it's a global war. We are all fighting it out. Similarly, despite all our preparation, there will be surprise elements in CAT. There may be. I'm not saying that there might not be. That's a wrong assumption. There might be surprise elements, but if we train everything for a help, which means the moment I read somebody is going to help me, the mind on that day will tell that where is your help? Without help, I'm helpless. All right, that is how the mind can cry. So when you practice, give adequate time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't matter. Teach your mind to fight it out. That's very important. Right, that's a very important virtue. Learn to fight it out. Of course, a lot of patience is required to fight it out like this, but that is the only way to improve. There is no other way for it. Okay, yeah. So here, since we are doing it, since we are learning, 3 minutes is a good time. But don't take this 3 minutes into everything and start training your mind like that, which can be a wrong training. Then the mind will only respond to the stimulus which it has seen earlier. If it sees a new stimulus, it gives up. All right. So let's be very wary of how the brain functions. In other words, the muscles function. Let's be clear on that. Fair enough. Let's get started. Here comes the set for you. So do these 2 or 3 things meticulously as we do this. So here we go. Yeah, here we go. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. Here is your 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll time it. I will time it at my end because the board is completely full. I don't know where to keep the timer here. Maybe I'll keep near the third question. Yes, guys, this reflection time is important. Make complete use of it. And remember the data, understand the data, and plan it how you want to go about this. Yeah. All right, guys, this is time. Let's do it from here together. Yeah. All right, this is time. So let's try and do it together from here. All right, let's try and do it together. So follow the discussion. So what we are trying to do, the point is, how do we organize this particular data, right? Now till here it is the data. This whole stuff is data. Idea is, how do I organize this and how do I navigate and work through this particular data? This is what is kind of we are looking for, right? Okay. So here, so we understood the whole idea. There are five participants. Now these are the five participants: P, Q, R, S, T are the five sorry, it has to be chosen. Four finalists on a scale of 1 to 10. These are the five judges. These are the judges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the judges. And we have four participants: A, B, C, and D. The judges have given the points between 1 and 10, but yeah, anyway, there is already a source of information which says that two numbers, they have boiled down to two numbers, because 1 to 10 there are 10 different ratings or 10 different points possible, let's assume. So maybe can somebody give 8.5? All that could have been possible, I'm not denying it, but anyway, after reading this whole set we arrived at two particular numbers, right? So there was something, or like, no, some people went and tried to inquire, the agents tried to inquire some results, all of that. So therefore, we already back to 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 8 or 9, right? So that's a kind of, already we are already pointing down to two numbers from all the 1 to 10 numbers, which means 1.5 also could have been possible, 2.5, 2.25, all these numbers could have been possible. Nevertheless, we are back to two numbers in each particular cell. So what is given to me? How do I put this data to be organized and where do I start thinking? That's most important. Sometimes, okay, you get that organizing skills. So then the whole point is, where will I start to understand, will I start to unlock this particular question? This is the unlocking part. This is the unlocking part, right? So some additional information. You may wonder, sir, how do you know this will be unlocking part? Of course, you have to look at the data, think about the data. Then it is given that Siraj gave the same points to three finalists. Clear? Let it come to Siraj. He gave 3 points to, he gave 3 points, three finalists the same points. There is only one number which is repeating three times, that is 7, 7 and 7. That therefore that becomes the kind of a starting point. See, that's important. I kept telling you from the first lecture that always think about, how do I start unlocking this puzzle? That should be the first thought. Think hard there. There may not be one single way to do it, but yes, that should be the thought that you kind of put at the back of your mind. Similarly, when you are doing an RC, what is that one single aim with which you are looking at? So first aim is, what is the central idea of these three passages or paragraphs put together? Or what is the central theme of this passage? What is that one thing, if I want to understand, that author is trying to tell me? Then you will say that what is the supporting ideas, what are the other things, that all that adds up there. It cannot happen that you miss the forest for the trees, right? That should not be the idea, right? The forest should be taken as forest, main idea should be the main idea. Similarly, in any LRDI, the first thing is, how do I unlock? The first thing, that's what I meant by giving 3 minutes. You read and then put the thoughts as to how you should have unlocked it. That is half job done. If I learn to unlock them properly, it is half job done. Fair enough. Now let's go in there. Let's go to the questions. Listen, Kushagra. Don't keep answering here and there, putting the numbers. First, listen. Let's listen, right? What we are trying to do, listen. That's all right. Answers will come. Okay, listen, because don't deviate. All right, when I'm trying to talk, if you listen, you will get benefited. After I go, the entire time is yours. You got to do it. There is no choice in the matter. Okay, I put the numbers to perspective. This chart is here. This whole chart is here. This chart is here, right? This whole thing is that particular chart. Still here is the chart. Now, where did I put these particular numbers? 31, 27, all this. Prakash got here. These are the numbers. In the sense, total. Prakash got 31 marks. Qureshi 27 points. Rohit got 30, 30, and 28. I put these numbers in perspective. All right. So the third point, where did I put these totals here, which implies that Aryan got how many marks in the contest? Aryan got a total of 38. Banu got a total of 38, Charmi got a total of 33, Deepak got a total of 37. Fair enough. So we have all these points put together out here. Right. Okay. So from here, let's now try and see this in the sense, the sum of the numbers in each row. Let me now project this, because the rest of it is incidental. All that is story is gone. Let me now project these totals. And this statement we said that is the opening sentence. It was also known that Siraj gave the same points to three finalists. Good. I will go to Siraj first. Siraj gave the for three finalists the same points. The only number that is possible is 7, 7 and 7 because there is no other number. If you look at 8, there are only two instances of 8. There are no three instances. If I look at 6, there are only two instances of 6. If I look at 9, there is only one instance of 9. Therefore, if I say that for the one number, all right, Siraj, I'll go there, I will freeze these three particular numbers, then I will try to get this total of 30. All right, therefore, Siraj gave a total of 30 points, out of which he gave 7 points to Arya, he gave 7 points to Banu, he gave 7 points to Deepak, 7, 7, 7, 21. Therefore, we know that he gave 9 points to Charmi. Therefore, we know that he gave 9 points to Charmi, which would become 30 points. That is the point number 1. All right, that is the point number 1. We understood that what Siraj has given the points out of five judges. We know what Siraj has done out here. Fair enough, that makes sense. Then what you do, you try and add different rows and different columns. You will try and do that thing. So for example, what I meant here is, say, how do I get this 38? Let's say out of 38, 3 is already here, which means I need to get another 31. Remaining 31. See, out of 38, 7 is already here. So therefore, remaining 31. Let me get all the maximum numbers. Let me check what the sum will become. 8 plus 7. I'm just adding all the best numbers here. So what Aryan might have got the best score. Aryan Prakash should have given to Aryan is 8. 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 9, 24. 24 plus 7, because this 7 is already there. I can't help it. Right? Yeah, 24 plus 7, which has become kind of 31. Now listen to this. 8 here. Let's check this out. Listen, my friends. There is 8 here. I'm just taking the best numbers. You may wonder why, sir, you are taking the best numbers. Because 38 looked a large number, 33 looked a very small number. Since it looked a large number, I just started taking little bigger numbers. You may think that, okay, I will take the small numbers also and I will check. No problem. Check it out, all it whichever way it is possible. Fair enough. Let's take a look here. 8 here. 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 9, 24. 24 plus 7, 31. That is what I wanted, 31. Because 7 is already there out of 38. So 31 I wanted. I freeze the numbers. Therefore, now I understood that Aryan got 8 marks. Prakash gave 8 marks to Aryan. Qureshi gave 7 marks to Aryan. Points. All right, Rohit gave 9 points to Aryan. And Twinkle gave 7 points to Aryan. We kind of know what kind of scores Aryan got. Fair enough. Now let me go to Banu. Let us try to check this. Banu also got 38. 38 also looks little bit of a larger number. Let's check. All right, is it possible to freeze it? Let's check. 9 plus 9 plus 9, 27. 27 plus 7, all right, which becomes 34. 34 plus 6, which becomes 40. Oh, it's a mess. All right, now therefore, all right, that's becoming a mess. I will just tell you 9 plus 9 plus 9, all right, which is 27. 27 plus 7, 34. 34 plus 6, 40. So if I take the minimums here, 8, I will take 8 plus 8 plus 8, which becomes 24. 24 plus 7, 31. 31 and 31 plus 5, if I take, it will become 36. There is a problem, which means I have to do little bit of permutation combination, right? I got to do little bit of permutation combination, without which it may not be possible. Let's go to Charmi. Let's take the smaller of the numbers here. Let's check. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. 17 plus 9, 26. 26 plus 20, 26 plus 6, which becomes 32. But I want 33, which means here also I need to do little bit of permutation combination. Let's take a look at 37. 37 is a large number and there are some small numbers like 6, 7, etc. Let me add them. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 8, 21. 21 plus 7, 20, 28. 28 plus 9, 37. Oh, fine. It fits there. So therefore, Deepak I'm able to fit. What did I do? I take only the best numbers here. Deepak I could fit. Aryan I could fit, but I could not fit Banu and Charmi. For Banu and Charmi, I got to do little bit of permutation and combination. Okay, guys, I kind of looked at these 38, 38, 33 and 37. I tried to match it and I was successful in matching these two numbers. 38 I was able to match. 37 I am able to match because I took only the maximums. So that's easy. Only the maximums is easy. Only the minimums is easy. The mixture between maxima and minima, there will be multiple cases. All right, multiple cases that I will complete later. If there is a multiple case, I don't want to fight it out. If there is no multiple case, let me first figure it out first. All right, now let me first figure them out. Two numbers I figure it out. The remaining two numbers I could not figure it out. Give me a quick confirmation that you are with me so far. Quick confirmation on this. Are you all with me so far? So far, is it good? Is it making sense? Are we going in the right direction? Are you able to follow? Are you able to follow what is happening in this set? Right? Yep. Good, 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 good. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, let's continue this journey. Let's quickly continue this particular journey. So next, how do I unlock it? Try and unlock column wise and check. Try and unlock, call it row wise, you kind of check, which means this row wise you check. Same checking you got to do column wise also, right? You got to do column wise also. Let's go here, 31. All right, out of 31, what I have now? 8 I have, plus 6 I have. 8 plus 6 is nothing but 14. If it is 14, I need another 17. 17 is possible in this way. Listen to this. 17 means 8 and 9 I should take, or I should take this 9 and this 8. That's a point. I am not able to fix it. Listen carefully. Once again, I will do here. Listen. I want column wise. Prakash has given 31 points to all four contestants put together, out of which Prakash has given 8 points to Aryan, 6 points to Deepak. 14 points are gone. Out of 31, 14 points are gone. Therefore, the remaining 17 points need to be distributed. How do I distribute 7? If I give 8 to this person, I should give 9 to this person. Or if I give 9 here, then I should give 8 here, because 8 plus 8 becomes 16, but I want 17. 9 plus 9 becomes 18, but I want 17. Therefore, what you do like this, this is what you are trying to tell. You are not able to fix it. You tried. First column you tried, you got two cases. Point is, you got two cases. All you are trying to say is what? If Prakash gives, why did I put this arrow? Because there is an understanding. If Prakash gives 8 here, he should automatically give 9 here. There is no choice in the matter. Or if you think that Prakash gives 9 here, he should automatically give 8 here. There is no choice in the matter. That's the reason I put that crossed line. So because the crossed line. Coming to this, let's come to Qureshi now. Let's try and understand how many possibilities are there for Qureshi. Out of 27, there is a 7 here. There is 7 here out of 27. 14 is already here. Therefore, how much more I want? I want the remaining 13. If I want remaining 13, there is only one remaining 13. 8 plus 5 is 13. You can say that, sir, I will give 8 and 5. That is 13, correct? Or you can give 9 and 4, 13. You cannot give 8 and 4. If you give 8 and 4, it becomes 12. If you give 9 and 5, it becomes 14. So therefore, only possibility is what? If you give 8, it necessarily leads to 5 in the second case. If you give 9, it necessarily leads to 4 in the second case. Therefore, you are trying to say that, hey, it's going to be 8 or 9. For Qureshi, also two possibilities. You are not able to breeze that particular one. Fair enough. Let's go to Rohit with that understanding. Now let's go to Rohit. Let's try and go to Rohit with that understanding how Rohit would work this. 9 plus 8, right? 9 plus 8 is 17. Out of 30, 17 are gone, which means how much is left? 13 is left. Okay, 13 is left. 13 can be done in how many ways? 8 plus 5, that is the only way. You should give 8 here, you should give 5 here. That is the only way to make this 13. If you think that, no, sir, I will select 9 here. If you select 9 here, tell me what you will give to Charmi so that it will become 13. There is no way. Therefore, you say that only possibility, Rohit must give 8 to Bhanu and Rohit must give 5 to Charmi. There is no choice in the matter. So this is clear. Therefore, Rohit's history, Rohit issue is very clear. I know how to get this 30. I know how to get this 30, which means these boxes were clear to me. Let's now go to Twinkle, last person. Let's now go to Twinkle. Let's go to Twinkle, the last person out here. Therefore, 7 plus 9, 16 is gone. So if 16 is gone, I need another 12. If I need another 12, 6 plus 6 can be 12. I can use this cross. I can use this cross. 6 plus 6 can be 12, or 7 plus 5 can also be 12. 6 plus 6 can be 12, or 7 plus 5 can also be 12. Therefore, the point is what? I can only get the partial information. I cannot complete it. I cannot close it. There is no closure to this particular set. You will be stuck somewhere in between and you have to work with the questions from here, right? So you will be stuck somewhere here. Now listen to this. So what did we do here? While organizing the data, the starting point was important. If you don't start from Siraj, it will take unnecessarily longer time and you will not know how to do this. Now, how do you think that, okay, I should start from Siraj? Simple. There is a statement given there. There is a data in front of you. Why don't you take a look that 3 finalists should get the same number? Take a look. If there is no confusion, that's a better starting point. What if there were a lot of numbers where 3 numbers were matching? There is a little bit of a mess up there. So if not, then that becomes an ideal starting point for us to deal with it, right? Okay. Now, after this, even the questions were critical, right? Now, that's the beauty of the CAT. The way they designed this particular set, even the questions were not very kind of easy. Okay, we kind of organized it. This 38, this 37 we could match. These two 30s we could match. Rest we could not match. We will come to questions in a while. Did you all follow so far? Did you follow this so far? Did it make sense so far? Very effective, simple one. How to unlock was very important there. Did you follow this so far? Yes, no, right? Good, very good, very good. Because some people keep asking me, sir, how much time do we take to solve these kind of sets? An average of 8 minutes. right? An average of 8 minutes. If you are very alert, which means you become pretty familiar with these kind of sets. In an average of 8 minutes, you will close this particular set. 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, 8 to 9 minutes, right? Some people can crack it in 7 minutes also. I'm not denying it about this time. So what I give in 3 minutes is only a reflection time. Don't try to think that you'll be able to crack it in the reflection time. No. So by the time you close this particular set, it will take somewhere between 7, 8 or 9. 8 is a kind of a good holding number, because why I'm giving this ballpark figure, you should know in how much time you should learn to do them. That's also important. Otherwise, I'll do it because while working, trying to explain this, it will take some 30 minutes to explain. Don't be under the impression that these things will take 30 minutes. No, because your mind can work at a lightning speed on the concepts that it understands, right? So when it is working at seamlessly at that kind of speed, all it just takes about 7 minutes. For example, if you are learning how to drive a car, trust me, all it in whichever city that you live in or whichever place that you live in, just to drive some 2 to 3 kilometers, you will sweat it out. You will literally sweat it out. Some people honking behind you, some people trying to overtake. You will never be overtake anybody, right? Even if in front of you some auto is going at very slow speed, you will be hesitant to overtake that particular one. So just to drive this 2 or 3 kilometers, you will literally sweat it out, and you might have taken somewhere about 30 to 40 minutes to do this. That's a reality. All right, that's a reality with moderate traffic. I'm not saying that there is going to be huge traffic. With a moderate traffic, just to drive this 2 or 3 kilometers, there is a traffic, moderate traffic. You will definitely take about 30 minutes. That doesn't mean that once you learn, you become equipped to handle this, in the sense you draw about hundreds, thousands of kilometers or hundreds of kilometers, several hundreds of kilometers you drove, close to 1,000 kilometers. Now look at the time taken, the same condition, if I bring it back, to drive this 2 or 3 kilometers. Why do you need 30 minutes? You will drive it in 10 minutes. At the most, it will take 10 minutes. Same condition if I bring it back. What happened here? What was the transformation? The practice. The practice made all the difference there. What used to take 30 minutes is now taking 10 minutes. Precisely that is what happens. With explanation, what I am now taking 30 minutes to explain this, with your practice, you will be able to close it in about 8 minutes. That's the reality. That's the truth of the matter. Why I'm telling this? Because I have to set the practical and right expectations in your mind. Because every time you sit and try to do something, you should know where is the goal post, where is the target. Without knowing the target, trying to take some luxury time and trying to do it, and you get into the mock, and then you try to do something, then it becomes a disaster. Okay, because I said mock, let me quickly do some announcements and tell you quickly that like what I'm going to do at 5:30 today. There are two types of subscriptions at Unacademy. One is the plus and the other one is the iconic. Sure, the structured courses will help in case if you are not taking a structured course. The piecemeal courses will help if you are already a master and if you are looking for a growth from the base, which means base is well established. From that base, I'm just trying to understand some better approaches so that I will get that extra 10 marks. In the sense, I'm already at 100 marks in mocks. I'm already at 100 marks, or say at least at 80 marks in mock. If I write a mock, I can get 80 marks for sure in that mock CAT today. So then, okay, how do I take it to the 100? In that case, bits and pieces of information here and there might help. Might help. But the point is, no, I'm doing a pretty structured course. Please follow some structured course, my course or somebody else's course, or put together some 2, 3 courses, somebody for RC, somebody for verbal ability, or the same person for RC, verbal ability. Point is, hey, take a structured course. Otherwise, you will not get the desired result. It is guaranteed. All right, that's very important there. If you're looking at iconic, what iconic does, somebody will sit with you, they will give you personal guidance, they will plan your study planner in the next 90 days, 100 days, what we can do. Let's stick to all right, 20 days, next 20 days, how you should look. Based on those 20 days, the next 20 days will differ. Based on those 20 days, the next 20 days will differ. 20 can be a ballpark figure. It can be every 15 days. Your calendar of study keeps changing every 15 days, right? Sometimes you press hard throttle on DI. Sometimes you go hard with quant. Sometimes you go hard with verbal. So there are seasons. All right, there are seasons. In different seasons of these 2 or 3 weeks, you have to modulate. That's important. You can't keep it as a bland thing saying that every day this I do. No, there are seasons. You go hard at something, you learn that, and you will move on in life. That's important there, right? So certain things like that. Already there is a difference between iconic and plus. Coming to the subscriptions, yes, these are the kind of pricings. This is a pricing for the side pricing for plus subscription. And if you use the code Belvi, whenever the code comes on Unacademy platform, don't hesitate. Feel free to use the code Belvi 100. You will get a flat 10% discount on subscriptions, etc. or whatever, right? So similarly, iconic subscriptions, so these are the kind of prices. Yes, iconic comes with a premium pricing because you will get the individual attention. Individual attention comes with certain premium. So that is what you kind of see it out here. Today, don't miss this particular lecture, the upcoming lecture, right? Today, don't miss this particular lecture. So today at 5:30, not 5, it's at 5:30 p.m. 5:30, we are talking about how many hours per day or per week one should study for CAT. The countdown has begun. So therefore, how many hours we should study? Just be there. Let's enjoy this. Let's try and understand what best we can kind of do out there, right? Yeah. Okay, and I'll be doing the special classes on Wednesday, that is 24th. Special class is nothing special. We'll be doing on the Unacademy app. If you have not downloaded, download the app. To download, use this particular code. Wherever the code comes, use my code. That would be encouraging for both of us, right? Yeah, okay. That's a fair bit of information. I will see you at 5:30. Now come back to the questions. Let's come back to the set once again. Now, having the data right in front of you, right? Yeah, having the data right in front of you, answer the answer. So again, the questions again, we got to put it in terms of, you got to put it again based on the difficulty levels, etc. But anyway, I've already put the entire thing in front of you. Which question you will do first. Now read the questions and tell me which one you would like to attempt first. Don't answer this. Try yourself. Now read the questions. I'm training you. Try to check which question you consider to be done in the beginning. Despite having this data, we cracked this data. We are at this stage. Read all 4 questions, no hurry, and tell me which one do you take it first. Now I'm training you how to calibrate the questions. That's important. That's important. Which one do you think you will take first? Put me the question number. Would you want to do the first question first, second question first, fourth question first, or third question first? What do you think will be your first question? Question number 1, question number 2, question number 4. Which one do you think will do first? Stuti, where is 5? Yeah, 2 and 5. 5 is not there. 3 has come here. Are you thinking it as a 5? 3 has come. Yeah, I understood. In the organizing, I did 3 here and 4 here. Okay, that's organizing. Very good. Very good. See, you are already getting this. All that kind of calibration, you are already getting it. Very good. All right, very good. So, all right. Yeah, whatever you do doesn't matter. 4 must be there. Along with 4, whether you think 2, along with 4, whether you think 3, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, your understanding was clear, right? How many possible arrangements? All right, whenever it comes to all possibilities, take it them towards the end. All right, you better take them towards the end because they're always going to be trickier ones. All possibilities is never easy to do. So keep it. But that can be the very first question. In fact, when this came in the CAT, this was the very first question there. Sure, all right, no, because a lot of people, how they are trained, first thing first, because their teacher said first thing first. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth first, then you drink water, all that stuff, drink Horlicks, whatever it is. Teachers have clearly said first thing first. Therefore, right from the childhood days, what is grilled in the mind? First thing first. Come on, all right, when it comes to exam, easy thing first. You have to change it a little bit. Sure, in life, there are certain areas where first thing first. But when it comes to the exams, competitive nature of the exams, it is always about the easy thing first, wherever there is a provision. Fourth one will be the easy thing first because you don't have to do any manipulation to the given data, right? Fourth question, Rohit gave, because we'll go to Rohit. All right, Rohit gave. Let's go to the Rohit. Rohit gave, I'm here. Right, Rohit's portion. So it's very clearly saying Rohit gave total of how many points to Banu and Charmi. Static number. To Banu he gave 8 points. To Charmi he gave 5 points. Therefore he gave a total of 13 points. Right, he gave a total of 13 points. In fact, you kind of knew this much before. You knew the answer to this question much before. You may wonder, sir, when did we know this particular answer to this particular question before? Much before, because you filled this row first. Now look at that row wise and let me understand, because it's very important to understand the background to this, and carrying that orientation is important. Why such orientation is important? Assume that you had only 5 minutes while you are getting into this particular sets. This is another nasty thing that happens with LRDI. All right, when you are doing the DILR, this is another thing that happens. Finally, you have 5 minutes. You don't know what to do. 5 minutes because you can't close a complete set, because all easy sets you would have already done. Can you close it in 5 minutes? No, it's a miracle. If you are able to close any set in 5 minutes, it's a miracle. So all you know in your mind is what? You will be halfway through the set. In 5 minutes, you know that, because you will come under tremendous pressure. Because 5 minutes, you know that you can't really close it. But one thing you know in your mind is, I will not be able to close it 100%, but I might reach anywhere between 50 to 70%. I will reach anywhere between 50 to 70%. This is very important because I'll find a lot of people getting idle in the last 5 minutes because some tough LRDI set is left and they have absolutely no idea what to do. So what you do here, you will be already, you have to keep that conviction saying that, okay, I might have reached somewhere about 50 to 70% of the set. Within that design, try and identify 2 or 3 questions which can be done. Now look at this. This question could have been done by the time you cracked about 30% of the set, not even 50%. Assume you are lacking the time. You just had 3 to 4 minutes to do this particular set. You did 30%. You still could have closed the question number 4 for sure. Let me tell you how. All right, now let me tell you when. So you fixed this row first. Where what did you do here? First you looked at this number. This 30 was fixed first. Go back. All right, now go back to your understanding. What did we do? We fixed this 30% for 30 points first because this was the starting point. Siraj 777, right? This was the starting point. After that, we came and fixed this 38 that got fixed all maximas. After that, we came and fixed this 37 with all maximas that also got fixed. Once that got fixed, now look from the Rohit's perspective. This 9 was already fixed. This 9 was already fixed. Why? Because while you are fixing this row, all at this particular row, this 9 was fixed. Okay. While fixing this 37, this 8 was fixed. All right, this 8 was fixed because 9 and 8 were fixed. Coming to the Rohit, out of 13, 9 and 8 were fixed. It means already 17 were fixed. 13 was left. That's it. Which points he gave to what doesn't matter. Mark, come back and mark 13 because to Aryan he gave 9. All right, to Deepak he gave 9. To the remaining 2 folks, Banu and Charmi, how much he gives? He gives 13. See, carrying such orientation is important because I have not seen the D-Day, right? We have not seen what is going to happen on the D-Day. So you may be just left with 3 or 4 minutes, but what is the conviction you should carry? Even if I do 50% of the set, even if I do 30-40% of the set, let me have that orientation to hunt for some question which I can answer. See, that is the orientation you should carry. That you should be at the back of your mind. Guys, did you understand this 4th question? Did you understand 4th question? You don't have to fill the complete set to do the 4th question. In fact, this was the first question you should have done in this set. Is this clear to you? Is this making sense? Are you learning something? When you are caught up with the time, time is just 3-4 minutes. How you use even those 3-4 minutes effectively. I'm not guaranteeing you every time we'll be able to use, but the thought is missing, then it's a blunder. If the thought is missing, then it's a blunder. It doesn't make sense. Learning doesn't make sense. Right? And saying that I always need 8 minutes to do the set. No, you don't. You can do some 1 or 2 questions even if you have 3-4 minutes. Okay, fair enough. I'm not saying in every set. Sometimes. All right. We are coming to this. Done. So this is taken care. Now let's come to any of your other questions. Right? Yeah, other questions. Of course, you said that the first is the last question that you are going to do. The very first question in this set is the last question that we do. We'll come to that. We will come to that. Okay. By the way, now let me challenge you. What is the answer to the first question? Leave the other questions. We know that 2 and 3 should be done. Correct. Let's do it later. Let me challenge you. Assume that we gave so much of introduction to this, so much of background to this. You mark the answer to the first question. I'm challenging you. What is the answer? Challenge doesn't mean, all right, don't take it. Challenge means challenge your mind. Challenge yourself, your mind, and let me know the answer to the first question. That's what it meant. Don't take it otherwise. Yeah, go ahead. Mark your answers. I want to see marking the answers. Everybody marking the answers. Data is right in front of you. Data is right in front of you. What is the answer? Choice A, choice B, choice C, choice D. Put the choice. Choice A or B or C or D. There are 4 choices. Data is right in front and mark your answer. Right. Okay. I watched Yogi's answer. Dropout is Kushagra, right? Kushagra, right? Am I getting the name right? Dropout kid. Nitesh, Mohit, yeah, Shreya, Yogi, Stuti, Keval. Good, yeah. Very good. All right, guys, fine. So here we go. Let's understand this. Let's come to this question. Beautiful question. I will not comment anything. Let's try this. Let's see what answer I get. All right, what answer I get. Okay, first question. What answer I get? Let's see. Let's do it very meticulously. Understand this carefully. Follow me what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's say that how many possible arrangements are only because of this, right? Now this is a problem, this is a problem, because of this only I'm going to get different arrangement. Now listen to me, Listen to me. Let me go to any one of them. Let me go to any one of them. Say, for example, let me go to Twinkle. You may say that, no, 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 I will go to Prakash. Go to Prakash. No, no, I will go to Qureshi. All right. Or I will go to Twinkle. Any of these three are fine, because the problem is because of these three folks. Because of these three folks. Rohit, very clear. Rohit's points are very clear to us. Siraj's points are very clear to us. Let me go to any one of them. Let me go to Twinkle. Let me go to Twinkle. Just like that. You may wonder that why Twinkle, sir, go to Prakash. Anything is fine. I just decided to go to Twinkle, right? Okay. So let me go to Twinkle. Let's say that Twinkle gave case one. Twinkle gave, I'm putting them in the boxes. Listen very carefully. Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu. Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu. Fair enough. Now listen to this very carefully, friends. Total should become 38. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 plus 8 has become 20. Assumption. What is the assumption? Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu. That's assumption, right? Okay. Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu is an assumption. Therefore, 5 plus 7, 12. 12 plus 8, 20. Out of 38, 20 are already there. Therefore, there is no choice but to write 9 here and 9 here. There is no choice but to write 9 here and 9 here. That is the only way to make 38. Okay. The moment Twinkle give 5 points to Banu, Prakash has to give 9 points to Banu, and Qureshi has to give 9 points to Banu, and after that everything gets automatically fixed. The moment you give 9, it should be 8 here, it should be 4 here, and it should be 7 here, which means what? Twinkle gives 5. Case 1 is what? Twinkle gives 5 points to Banu. That is the case 1. Okay. Case 1, there is only one way. The moment Twinkle gives 5 points to Banu, everything is fixed. 9 is fixed, 9 is fixed, 8 is fixed, 4 is fixed, and 7 is fixed. You can't change it. You can't change any of these values. Okay, let me now come to the second case. Let me now come to the second case. What if Twinkle gives 6 points to Banu? What if Twinkle gives 6 points to Banu? That is the second case. Okay. If Twinkle gives 6 points to Banu, 6 points to Banu. Twinkle gave 6 points to Banu. Then 6, that's the way of thinking. I'm just telling one way of thinking here. 6 plus 7. 6 plus, Twinkle gave, I think there was another number which I erased. Which was that? This is 8, right? Okay. Okay, Twinkle gave 6 points to Banu. 6 points to Banu. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 8, 21. So I want 38. 21 is already there, which means I need 17. I need 17 means 2 cases. 9 here. Therefore, 8 here. Case 1. Or no, 9 here and 8 here, 2 cases, which means how many cases you are trying to say? In case 2, there will be 2 ways. There will be 2 ways. In case 1, there is only 1 way. Together, there are only 3 ways. Can you give me a confirmation that you understood this? You understood this? Can all of you give me a confirmation that there are only actually 3 ways here? If I want you to show the remaining 2 ways, I will show. But then if you have understood it, it's fine. The moment you give 6 here, 9, 8 can be 1 case. Therefore, automatically all other numbers get fixed. All other number get fixed, right? So 9, 8, sorry, 9, 8 here. So therefore, automatically all other numbers get fixed. Or instead of writing 9, 8 here, the black one, I am marking with the black one, 8 here and 9 here. Then 9, then these numbers, the black ones will get fixed. Then the black ones will get fixed. One is the orange colored one, the other one is the black colored one. These are the 2 ways. These are the 2 ways here, right? So there are only going to be 2 ways, right? Therefore, you say that 2 plus 1. 1 way here and 2 way here. Together, it is going to be 3 ways. Clear? Clear? Yeah. Everybody clear? 3 ways are clear to you? Yeah, accordingly, they are interrelated, right? Points of B and C are interrelated. That's the reason we put the cross. That's why we put the cross cable. They're interrelated. Why did we put these arrows? Why did we put these arrows here? If you look at this, like, why did I put these cross? Right? Why did I put this particular cross here? What does it mean? If this becomes 8, this automatically becomes 9. That is the meaning of the cross. That's the meaning of the cross. But on the face of it, you did fundamental principle of counting. 2 ways, 2 ways, and 2 ways. All right, now I understood. All right, now I don't know how you got 6. I don't know. Even if you do fundamental principle of counting, it will become 2 into 2 into 2. It will become 8, right? So therefore, the 8 was anyway not there. Therefore, you don't have to think of fundamental principle of counting. It is governed by these numbers as well. All right, it is also governed by these numbers. So you need to consider those numbers all right before you find out the total number of possibilities. That's the beauty of the CAT question. Despite finding them, people mark the answer wrong and they will brand it as silly mistake. No, it is not silly mistake. Why? If it is a silly mistake, why everybody ends up doing this? Then it is not a silly mistake. All right, somewhere there is a misunderstanding somewhere there. So never brand things as silly mistakes. We will never improve. If you brand it as silly mistake and blush it off, we will never improve. Rather than that, consider that silly mistake seriously and think about it. You will never do that kind of mistakes time and again, right? So that's very important there. Never brand things as silly, right? Yeah, you keep falling down the cup, or you keep dropping the cup and keeping calling it as a silly mistake. Hey, be careful, man. Why you are dropping the teacup so often or coffee cup so often and breaking them? That, don't brand them as a silly mistake. There is somewhere fundamentally wrong, which means your attention span could be a problem. You are not very attentive towards the task. You are trying to do too many things in the mind, or mind is distracted. Fix it. Focus. You will not do a silly mistake. Get your attention right. Do 360-degree thinking properly, so that won't happen. Okay, coming back to this question number 2. Let's come back to this. Let's now come back to question number 2. If Prakash awarded 9 points to Banu, then points he gave to Charmi is how much? Let's do this question. Prakash awarded 9 points to Banu. So this is 9. Then automatically this becomes 8. All right, Prakash awarded 9 points to Banu. All right, the 9 points to Banu. Then points he gave to Charmi is how much? Interrelated, 8 straightforward question, because 9 and 8 are that particular question. Fair enough. That's about the second question. One last question on this particular set, and we are almost done. So we are almost done. Let's come to the last one. If Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu, okay, we already did this case. If Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu, right? Twinkle gave 5 points to Banu, then this would become 9 and this would become 9 to make this 38. Therefore, this becomes 8, this becomes 4, and this becomes 7. Therefore, the question is, which of these points are definitely known? The points Prakash gave to Charmi, known. Points Prakash gave to Charmi is known. Points 8 points, technically 8 points. The points Qureshi gave to Banu, that is also known. Points Qureshi gave to Banu is also known, that is 9 points. Therefore, what we know, choice is C. Both A and B would be known. We kind of already did this particular question before. That brings to the closure of this particular set. Did you all enjoy this? Did you all learn how to open this opening point? Firstly, what did we discuss? How to open this, then what, identify the questions. Even sometimes in the sets, even if you do 30 to 50% of the set, it might be quite possible that 1 or 2 questions can be dealt. You need to be mindful. Such understanding comes by practice. Even while doing the set, don't think that I will fully finish the data and do it. Don't practice like that. While doing the data, listen to these instructions carefully. While doing this particular data, so always ensure that I did 30% of the data or 50% of the data, and which question can be answered. That thought process is important. You should always practice like this. What some people do is they will take the grid, they will finish the full arrangement. Till they finish the full arrangement, they are blind to the questions. They don't even bother to look at the question. Hey, that such attitude will not help. What we should do, as and when you do the logic, in a sense, you finish 30%, 50%, have an eye on the questions, and then check that what can be done. Now the point is, in the exam, what happens? You will not be able to do all 4 questions together. You will be able to see only 1 question together. There is always a next button and the previous button. So therefore, I say that your retention is important. So you can't keep saying that I did and then I'm clicking on all 4 questions. Check. Come on, you should kind of remember what kind of questions were there. You're kind of remembering. I'm not saying that you have to mug up the question, but retention is very, very important. Poor retention leads to poor scores. Good retention leads to good scores. Let's be very mindful about this. All right, good. Now I understand that all of you enjoyed. Join me at 5:30 as we try to understand that how many hours is good for every single day. Let's try and put some thoughts there behind for 30-40 minutes, and we do it. Closure comments, right? So there are new batches that are going to be launched on the Plus platform, that is on 18th and 21st. Some of the finest educators are taking these particular courses. You can kind of enroll for these particular courses. Okay, after this particular chart, if you want to put some comments, put it in the comments on this particular, put under the comments as well. So I will see those comments and I will come back and respond. A live mentorship program is available. So you can use this code and avail the live mentorship program. If you are looking at CAT 22, in case you are looking at CAT 22, then you can go for a 2-year or 1-year program with which you get additional 3 months free, which makes 15 months and 27 months. And if you have not taken this scholarship test ever, so it's a good time to try. There are scholarships up to 55 lakhs, which are available. So take this scholarship test on Sunday. It is always on, it's on Sunday at 12. Every Sunday at 12, you will have this scholarship test. Make time and write this scholarship test, and you can win certain good, you can give some cash prizes or whatever the kind of prizes there. Fair enough. All right. I will see you there. So bye till then. So I will answer some of your comments. Yogi, what you are trying to say? How many DILR classic lectures you take, right? So I have not decided anything there. So I will try and take few of them. Then I will change it because once I become pretty busy on the Plus platform or the Plus courses or other courses, I'm not sure how much I'll be able to take on the YouTube for free. But together, yes, I will do this for till the CAT 21 gets done. I will keep doing it, not just the classics varieties. We will try and do rest of the varieties as well. Not just this. We'll try mix and match and learn all types of skills, right? Because if I'm doing on the plus, it'll be much more a structured course, right? Yeah. So that's what it is. All right. I will see you at 5:30 p.m. Bye till then. Okay.